Self-confidence is the cornerstone of success in every area of life. It shapes how we approach challenges, how we interact with others, and how we see ourselves in the grand scheme of things. Without it, even the most talented individuals may hesitate to take risks or fully embrace their potential. But with self-confidence, the possibilities are limitless. Imagine walking into a room with your head held high, knowing your worth and abilities, ready to take on any obstacle that comes your way. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a skill that anyone can develop regardless of background, experience, or current state of mind. In building self-confidence, we embark on a journey that reveals how to tap into your inner power and cultivate a deep, unshakable belief in yourself. This book isn't about faking confidence or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding who you are, accepting your imperfections, and gradually building the mindset and habits that allow you to shine in any situation. It's a guide that will help you transform self-doubt into action and insecurity into strength. Whether you're struggling with fear of failure, facing public speaking anxiety, or simply wanting to feel more at ease in your own skin, this book will provide you with actionable steps and insightful advice. It's a roadmap for anyone looking to harness the power of self-belief and use it as a foundation for success. In the first part of this book, we will explore the fundamental principles behind self-confidence and why it is so crucial for personal growth. You will learn the psychological and emotional factors that influence your self-esteem and how to start shifting your mindset toward positive change. From identifying the root causes of insecurity to understanding the importance of self-awareness, we will lay the groundwork for everything that follows. Let's begin this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, unlocking your potential and building the kind of self-confidence that can transform your life. Stay with me as we dive deep into the first chapter, where we explore the essence of self-confidence. Understanding the essence of self-confidence. Self-confidence is often misunderstood as simply being a matter of being sure of yourself or always positive. However, at its core, self-confidence is a mindset, an internal belief that you are capable, valuable, and deserving of success. It's the deep, unwavering understanding that you have the ability to face challenges, make decisions, and influence your life in a meaningful way. While it may seem like some people are simply born with confidence, the truth is that self-confidence can be cultivated over time through intentional practice and self-reflection. At the heart of self-confidence lies a powerful concept, self-efficacy, which refers to the belief in your ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish certain tasks. The more you experience success, even in small moments, the more your confidence grows. This concept can be broken down into two key elements, competence and worth. Competence refers to your belief in your ability to perform a task or achieve a goal. Worth, on the other hand, is the belief that you are inherently valuable and worthy of success and happiness, regardless of your accomplishments. These two aspects of self-confidence feed into each other, creating a positive feedback loop. When you believe in your competence, you feel more capable of achieving your goals. And when you feel worthy, you approach challenges with a sense of ease and belief that you can overcome them. Yet, self-confidence isn't something you simply think or feel. It's something that shows up in your actions, body language, and attitude toward life. When you are self-confident, your actions reflect your inner belief. You take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace new opportunities because you trust that you have the skills to handle whatever comes your way. On the contrary, a lack of self-confidence can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in fear and uncertainty, unable to move forward or take action. One of the most important aspects of building self-confidence is learning to understand and confront your insecurities. Everyone has doubts, fears, and moments of self-doubt, but what truly sets confident people apart is their ability to acknowledge these feelings without letting them control their actions. Self-confidence does not mean being free from fear or failure. Rather, it's about facing those fears head-on and moving through them with the belief that you can handle whatever life throws at you. It's about developing resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going. It's also crucial to realize that self-confidence is not a static trait, it is fluid and can be nurtured over time. Just like any other skill, confidence requires consistent effort and practice. This means you can't expect to wake up one day with an entirely new sense of self-assurance. Instead, Building self-confidence is a gradual process that involves confronting challenges, learning from your experiences, and progressively reinforcing the belief in your abilities. The journey towards self-confidence involves reflection, awareness, and growth. The beauty of self-confidence lies in its universality. No matter where you are in life or where you've been, you have the ability to build it. You don't need to be born with a natural ability to project confidence. It's something that can be learned and developed. It doesn't matter if you're introverted or extroverted, if you failed in the past, or if you're uncertain about the future. Building self-confidence is an empowering process that allows you to take control of your story, to rewrite the narrative about who you are, and to step into the life you truly want to live. Identifying the barriers to self-confidence. Building self-confidence is not simply about adopting positive thinking or repeating motivational mantras. It's also about understanding the underlying obstacles that hold you back from fully embracing your power. These barriers can be subtle or obvious, but they all have one thing in common. They prevent you from believing in your worth and acting in ways that align with your potential. To truly cultivate self-confidence, you must first confront these challenges head-on and break through them one by one. In this section, we will explore some of the most common barriers that people face and how they can be overcome. One of the primary obstacles to building self-confidence is fear of failure. This fear can be crippling, causing us to hesitate, procrastinate, or even avoid taking action altogether. We often associate failure with shame or inadequacy, fearing that a misstep will expose our flaws and make us less worthy. However, failure is not something to be feared. It's a natural part of growth. Every successful person has encountered failure, but what sets them apart is their ability to learn from those failures and keep moving forward. When you begin to see failure as an opportunity for growth rather than a reflection of your worth, you can start taking risks and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Embracing failure is a powerful step toward building unshakable self-confidence. Another significant barrier is negative self-talk. The internal narrative we hold about ourselves has a profound impact on how we perceive our abilities and worth. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're not worthy of success, then your confidence will remain low. These negative thoughts can be deeply ingrained, often stemming from childhood experiences, past failures, or comparisons with others. But just because these thoughts arise doesn't mean they are true. You have the power to challenge and reframe your negative self-talk. By replacing these limiting beliefs with more empowering ones, you begin to reshape how you see yourself and your potential. This process involves recognizing when negative thoughts arise, questioning their validity, and replacing them with more positive and realistic affirmations of your abilities. A third barrier is comparison to others. In today's social media-driven world, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth based on the achievements, appearances, and lifestyles of others. When we compare ourselves to those around us, we often feel inadequate or unworthy, leading to feelings of jealousy, resentment, and diminished self-worth. The truth is that everyone has their own unique journey, and comparing your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20 is not only unfair to yourself, but also an unrealistic standard to hold yourself to. The key to overcoming comparison is to focus on your own progress and growth. Celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small they may seem, and recognize that your path is uniquely yours. By shifting your focus inward and away from external validation, you will begin to foster a sense of self-worth that isn't reliant on the opinions or successes of others. The fourth obstacle is perfectionism. Many individuals believe that in order to feel confident, they must do everything flawlessly. This desire for perfection can paralyze you, causing you to overthink every decision or avoid taking action altogether out of fear of making mistakes. Perfectionism is often rooted in a deep fear of being judged or criticized, which makes it difficult to take risks or try new things. However, perfection is an illusion. It's impossible to achieve, and even if it were, it would not guarantee happiness or fulfillment. Building self-confidence involves accepting that mistakes are part of the process and that growth often comes from imperfection. When you let go of the need to be perfect and allow yourself to make mistakes, you free yourself to take more action and experience real progress. Self-doubt is another common barrier that keeps people from stepping into their full potential. Doubting your abilities, especially in situations where you feel unprepared or uncertain, can hold you back from seizing opportunities or even starting new ventures. Self-doubt often stems from past experiences where you were unsuccessful or criticized, and it can linger long after those events have passed. However, self-doubt is not an accurate reflection of your true capabilities. The key to overcoming it is to recognize that doubt is simply a feeling, not a fact. Rather than waiting for certainty before taking action, you must learn to take bold steps even when you're unsure. Confidence comes from action, not from waiting for the perfect moment. By proving to yourself that you can handle new challenges, even with a little uncertainty, you begin to build trust in your own abilities. Finally, lack of support or toxic environments can significantly affect self-confidence. If you are surrounded by people who belittle you, criticize you, or drain your energy, it becomes incredibly difficult to feel confident in yourself. The people you interact with on a daily basis have a profound influence on how you see yourself. To build and sustain self-confidence, it's essential to surround yourself with individuals who encourage, support, and uplift you. This doesn't mean you have to cut out all negative influences, but it does mean being mindful of the relationships that impact your self-esteem. Seek out people who inspire you and who believe in your potential. Additionally, creating a positive environment for yourself, whether that's through your workspace, your home, or your social circles, can help nurture a mindset of growth and self-belief. The process of identifying these barriers and recognizing how they affect your life is the first step toward overcoming them. Once you are aware of the challenges you face, you can begin to take proactive steps to dismantle them. In the following chapters, we will discuss practical strategies and techniques to help you build resilience, shift your mindset, and develop the self-belief that will carry you through even the most difficult situations. But first, it's essential to understand that building self-confidence isn't about eliminating all of your doubts or fears. It's about learning to move forward with them, despite them. When you can face your barriers with courage and resolve, you will find that your confidence grows in ways you never imagined. Developing a growth mindset for self-confidence. To truly build lasting self-confidence, one of the most transformative shifts you must make is adopting a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are not fixed traits, but can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. This mindset, introduced by psychologist Carol Dweck, contrasts with a fixed mindset where people believe that their qualities are static and cannot be changed. When you embrace a growth mindset, you open the door to continuous improvement and the understanding that success is not solely determined by innate talent or initial ability, but by your willingness to put in the work and learn from experience. Developing this mindset is one of the most effective ways to build self-confidence because it shifts your perspective from a focus on failures to a focus on progress. A growth mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities rather than threats. When faced with a difficult task, instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this, I'll never succeed," someone with a growth mindset would say, "This is an opportunity for me to learn and grow." When you reframe your approach to challenges in this way, it reduces the fear of failure that often hinders self-confidence. You begin to understand that mistakes are not a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of the learning process. Embracing this mindset means that you can try new things without the paralyzing fear of being judged or failing. The very act of trying becomes a source of confidence because it signals that you are willing to grow and stretch beyond your current abilities. To foster a growth mindset, the first step is to become aware of your inner dialogue when faced with challenges. Notice if you tend to tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "This is too hard for me." Such statements reflect a fixed mindset. Instead, replace them with thoughts like, "I can improve with practice," or "I may not have mastered this yet, but I can get better." This subtle shift in language is powerful because it aligns your thoughts with the belief that progress is always possible. Reaffirming your ability to grow through effort helps reduce the fear and doubt that often prevent you from taking action in the first place. Another critical aspect of developing a growth mindset is embracing feedback. Many people avoid feedback because they perceive it as criticism, but in reality, constructive feedback is one of the most valuable tools for growth. When you approach feedback with an open mind and a willingness to learn, it becomes a stepping stone toward improvement rather than a judgment of your abilities. By seeking feedback from trusted sources, you gain valuable insights into areas where you can improve and refine your skills. Embracing feedback requires humility and the understanding that no one is perfect. but we can all improve with effort and dedication. The more you learn to welcome feedback, the more resilient and self-assured you become because you no longer see criticism as a threat, but as an opportunity for development. In addition to embracing feedback, it's essential to celebrate progress over perfection. People with a fixed mindset often feel defeated if they don't achieve perfection or immediate success. They might think that if they don't excel right away, they aren't capable or don't have the right abilities. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset focus on the process of improvement, celebrating small wins and progress, no matter how incremental. When you shift your focus from the outcome to the effort, you begin to appreciate the growth you experience along the way. This shift is crucial for building lasting self-confidence because it encourages you to recognize your achievements, even if they seem small or insignificant at first. By celebrating the small steps, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of improvement and growth, which over time leads to an increased sense of self-worth. Another powerful tool for building self-confidence through a growth mindset is the practice of visualization. Visualization is a technique that involves mentally rehearsing successful outcomes or positive scenarios before they happen. When you visualize yourself succeeding in a task, you prime your brain for success by creating a mental roadmap of what it looks like to achieve your goal. This process not only boosts your confidence, but also makes the challenge feel less daunting. Visualization helps you focus on the steps you need to take and cultivates a belief in your ability to overcome obstacles. It works by reinforcing the idea that you are capable of success, and it programs your mind to approach challenges with a positive and confident attitude. Beyond individual effort, developing a growth mindset also involves surrounding yourself with environments and people that reinforce the belief in growth and possibility. If you are in a place or surrounded by individuals who constantly emphasize fixed traits, limitations, and the impossibility of change, it becomes much harder to cultivate a growth mindset. On the other hand, being part of a community that values learning, self-improvement, and resilience can help you stay motivated and inspired on your journey toward greater self-confidence. Whether it's a supportive group of friends, mentors, or colleagues, find people who encourage you to take risks, embrace challenges, and believe in the power of effort and perseverance. Moreover, a growth mindset helps you develop resilience, which is essential for maintaining self-confidence. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks, challenges, or failures without losing sight of your goals or sense of self-worth. It involves viewing obstacles as temporary and solvable, rather than as insurmountable. When you adopt a growth mindset, you see setbacks not as evidence that you are incapable, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. Resilience allows you to keep going even when things don't go as planned, knowing that failure is not the end, but a part of the journey. The more resilient you become, the more confident you will feel, because you trust that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. Lastly, embracing a growth mindset encourages self-compassion. When you are on the path to building self-confidence, it's crucial to be kind to yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. A growth mindset helps you understand that failure is not a personal flaw, but simply a part of the learning process. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. By practicing self-compassion, you reduce the harsh self-criticism that so often undermines confidence. Instead, you allow yourself the space to fail, learn, and try again, which ultimately reinforces your belief in your ability to grow and succeed. In conclusion, developing a growth mindset is a key pillar in building lasting self-confidence. By seeing challenges as opportunities, embracing feedback, celebrating progress, and cultivating resilience, you begin to break free from the limitations imposed by a fixed mindset. With each step forward, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of learning, growing, and achieving whatever you set your mind to. A growth mindset empowers you to view yourself as a work in progress, capable of overcoming any obstacle in your path. As you cultivate this mindset, your self-confidence will naturally grow, and you will feel more prepared to take on new challenges and embrace the possibilities of your future. The power of self-awareness in building confidence. Self-awareness is one of the most powerful tools in the journey to building lasting self-confidence. It is the ability to observe and understand your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and how they impact your life and the world around you. When you are self-aware, you gain a deeper understanding of who you are, what drives you, and how you respond to various situations. This understanding provides a strong foundation upon which you can build self-confidence because it allows you to identify the areas of your life that need attention and improvement. Without self-awareness, it's easy to get stuck in negative patterns or remain oblivious to the factors that contribute to your lack of confidence. By becoming more self-aware, you can make intentional choices that align with your values and strengths, leading to a more empowered and confident version of yourself. The process of developing self-awareness begins with mindfulness, which is the practice of being present and fully engaged with your thoughts and feelings in the moment. Mindfulness allows you to observe your internal dialogue without judgment, giving you the space to recognize negative patterns of thinking that may be sabotaging your confidence. When you become mindful, you can step back from your thoughts and gain perspective on them, rather than automatically believing everything your mind tells you. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough for this job," or "I always mess things up," mindfulness helps you to identify these thoughts as fleeting and not necessarily true. Over time, this practice helps you build emotional resilience, as you learn not to be controlled by negative or self-limiting thoughts. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to respond to challenging situations with calmness and clarity, rather than reacting from a place of insecurity or fear. Alongside mindfulness, another essential element of self-awareness is introspection, which is the practice of examining your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in a deeper, more reflective way. Introspection allows you to understand the underlying causes of your actions and reactions. For example, if you feel anxious in social situations or struggle with public speaking, introspection can help you uncover the root causes of these feelings. Are they based on past experiences? Do they stem from a fear of judgment or rejection? By identifying the source of your discomfort, you can begin to address the issue more effectively. Introspection also helps you uncover your strengths and areas of growth, allowing you to focus on what truly matters to you. When you become more in tune with yourself, you are better equipped to make decisions that align with your authentic values and desires, leading to greater self-assurance. A key aspect of self-awareness is understanding your core values. Your values are the principles and beliefs that guide your actions, decisions, and behavior. When you are clear about what you value most in life, whether it's honesty, kindness, creativity, or personal growth, you can align your actions with these values. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and authenticity, which naturally boosts your self-confidence. When you live in accordance with your values, you feel more grounded and secure in who you are. For instance, if one of your core values is creativity, but you suppress that part of yourself for fear of judgment, you may feel disconnected from your true self. On the other hand, if you embrace your creativity and express it freely, you will feel more confident because you are being true to who you are at your core. Understanding and living by your values reinforces the belief that you are worthy of success and fulfillment on your terms. In addition to understanding your values, acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses is another critical component of self-awareness. Everyone has unique talents, abilities, and areas where they excel. However, we also have areas that require improvement or that may cause us discomfort. Being self-aware means accepting both your strengths and your weaknesses without judgment. It's easy to feel confident when you focus solely on your strengths, but true self-confidence comes from embracing all parts of yourself, including your imperfections. When you acknowledge your weaknesses, you can work on improving them, but you don't let them define your worth. At the same time, recognizing your strengths helps you build confidence in the areas where you naturally excel, reinforcing the belief that you have unique value to offer the world. For example, if you are a talented writer but struggle with public speaking, being self-aware allows you to focus on honing your speaking skills without undermining your belief in your writing ability. This balance creates a more holistic sense of self-assurance. Self-awareness also involves recognizing the impact of your emotions on your confidence. Our emotions have a powerful influence on how we perceive ourselves and our abilities. When we are in a negative emotional state, whether it's due to stress, fear, or frustration, it can be difficult to feel confident or capable. Self-awareness allows you to notice these emotional states and understand how they affect your behavior and thoughts. By recognizing when you are feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or discouraged, you can take proactive steps to address these emotions before they take control. For instance, if you feel anxious before a big presentation, self-awareness helps you to acknowledge that anxiety without letting it dictate your performance. You can then use techniques such as deep breathing, positive affirmations, or visualization to calm yourself and regain control over the situation. Emotional awareness gives you the tools to manage your feelings effectively, preventing them from undermining your confidence. Another crucial element of self-awareness is the ability to identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are deeply held convictions about yourself and the world that restrict your potential. These beliefs often form in early childhood or as a result of negative experiences, and they can manifest as thoughts like, "I'm not capable, I'll never be good enough," or "I'm not worthy of success." Self-awareness helps you to identify these beliefs and recognize how they limit your growth. Once you become aware of them, you can begin to challenge them by asking yourself whether they are based on facts or simply on assumptions. Are they the result of past failures, or are they reflective of your true abilities? By questioning and reframing these limiting beliefs, you can replace them with more empowering and realistic thoughts that support your growth and self-confidence. For example, if you believe that you will never succeed because of a past failure, self-awareness helps you realize that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a stepping stone on the path to success. Building self-awareness also involves practicing self-acceptance. To truly build self-confidence, you must learn to accept yourself as you are, imperfections and all. Self-acceptance is about embracing who you are at this moment, without feeling the need to be perfect or constantly striving for something else. It means recognizing your flaws, mistakes, and limitations without letting them diminish your sense of self-worth. When you practice self-acceptance, you stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on your unique journey. This sense of acceptance is crucial for self-confidence because it allows you to feel secure in who you are, regardless of external circumstances or opinions. When you accept yourself fully, you no longer feel the need for external validation or approval, which can often undermine your confidence. Instead, you trust your own worth and capabilities, allowing you to navigate life with a sense of inner assurance. In conclusion, self-awareness is the foundation upon which lasting self-confidence is built. By becoming mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you gain the clarity needed to make decisions that align with your values and goals. Through introspection, you can uncover the root causes of your insecurities and address them head-on, while also celebrating your strengths and areas of growth. Developing self-awareness allows you to manage your emotions effectively, challenge limiting beliefs, and practice self-acceptance, all of which contribute to a strong and unwavering sense of self-confidence. As you deepen your awareness of who you are, you unlock the power to transform your life and approach challenges with the belief that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Building resilience, the key to lasting self-confidence. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from adversity, but in the context of building self-confidence, resilience is far more than simply recovering from difficult situations. It is the foundation upon which a solid, unshakable sense of self-worth is built. Resilience is the inner strength that allows you to face life's challenges without losing sight of your confidence or sense of self. It is the skill to maintain a positive outlook, stay grounded in your abilities, and continue moving forward despite setbacks or obstacles. For those on a journey to self-confidence, developing resilience is essential because it allows you to view challenges not as threats, but as opportunities for growth. Building resilience doesn't mean you won't experience hardship, fear, or failure. Rather, it means that you have the emotional fortitude to persevere through them, learn from them, and emerge stronger on the other side. A key element of resilience is the ability to reframe negative experiences. When faced with difficulties, it's easy to fall into a victim mindset where you view yourself as powerless or incapable. This mindset erodes self-confidence because it focuses on your limitations rather than your strengths. However, resilient individuals have the ability to reframe challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if you don't get the job you've been hoping for, rather than viewing it as a reflection of your inadequacy, you can reframe it as a learning experience. Maybe the interview process revealed areas where you could improve your skills, Or maybe it simply wasn't the right opportunity for you at that time. Resilience helps you see failures and disappointments not as permanent setbacks, but as temporary roadblocks on your path to success. When you reframe your experiences in this way, you maintain your sense of self-worth, knowing that each challenge only adds to your resilience and brings you closer to your goals. Another critical aspect of building resilience is developing the ability to manage and regulate your emotions. Life is full of ups and downs, and our emotions can often feel overwhelming, especially when faced with adversity. However, resilience isn't about avoiding negative emotions. It's about developing the ability to feel them, process them, and not let them dictate your actions or self-perception. Emotional regulation allows you to experience disappointment, frustration, or sadness without allowing these feelings to undermine your confidence or sense of self. For instance, if you face a failure or setback, rather than becoming consumed by self-doubt or frustration, emotional regulation allows you to acknowledge your feelings, but choose how to respond. You may take a moment to grieve, reflect, and understand your emotions, but then decide to move forward with a constructive mindset. By practicing emotional regulation, you maintain a sense of control over your reactions and avoid letting negative emotions spiral into self-criticism or fear. A key strategy in building emotional resilience is self-compassion. Often, when we encounter challenges, we are our own harshest critics. We might tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we're failures, or that we should have done better. However, this kind of self-criticism only weakens our resilience and damages our confidence. Instead, practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a friend in need. When you approach yourself with compassion, you give yourself permission to fail, to make mistakes, and to experience pain without judging yourself harshly. You begin to recognize that you are human and that growth comes from mistakes, not from perfection. When you are compassionate with yourself, you become more resilient because you stop seeing setbacks as a reflection of your worth. Instead, you view them as part of the learning process, and your confidence remains intact as you continue to move forward. An essential aspect of resilience is building a strong support system. No one is invulnerable, and we all need support at various points in our lives. When you are faced with challenges, having a network of people who believe in you, encourage you, and provide perspective is invaluable. This support can come from friends, family, mentors, or colleagues who uplift you when your confidence is shaken. They help remind you of your strengths, offer guidance when you feel lost, and encourage you to keep going when things seem difficult. Building and nurturing these relationships is key to your emotional resilience because they provide a safety net for you to lean on when times are tough. When you are surrounded by people who lift you up, you feel more empowered to face challenges head-on and maintain a positive, confident outlook. Resilience also involves adapting to change. Life is unpredictable, and often the situations that challenge our confidence arise from circumstances beyond our control. Learning to adapt to these changes without losing your sense of identity or self-worth is a hallmark of resilience. Whether it's a career shift, a personal loss, or a change in life circumstances, resilient individuals learn how to embrace change rather than resist it. Instead of viewing change as a threat, they see it as an opportunity for growth and reinvention. This adaptability strengthens your self-confidence because you learn that you can navigate any situation that comes your way. You begin to trust in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you, knowing that you have the tools and inner strength to cope and grow from the experience. Building resilience also means fostering a sense of optimism. Resilient people tend to be optimists. They believe in the possibility of positive outcomes, even in the face of adversity. This doesn't mean that they ignore challenges or pretend everything is fine, but rather that they maintain hope and belief in a better future. Optimism fuels resilience because it helps you stay focused on the opportunities for growth rather than becoming fixated on the difficulties. When you approach life with an optimistic mindset, you start to see solutions rather than obstacles, and you become more confident in your ability to navigate even the toughest situations. Optimism isn't about blind faith in an easy outcome. It's about having the belief that no matter the challenge, you will be able to learn, adapt, and succeed in the end. One of the most important ways to build resilience is by setting realistic goals and taking incremental steps toward achieving them. Building confidence and resilience is not an overnight process. It takes time and consistent effort. By setting small, achievable goals, you create opportunities for success, which in turn builds your confidence. Each small victory reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving more, and over time, these small wins accumulate into larger successes. For example, if you're working on improving your public speaking skills, setting a goal to practice for 10 minutes a day is more manageable and less overwhelming than aiming to give a full speech without preparation. By celebrating these small wins, you reinforce your resilience and maintain a steady sense of confidence as you continue working toward bigger, more ambitious goals. Another important aspect of building resilience is self-reflection. Resilient people regularly engage in self-reflection, taking the time to assess their strengths, challenges, and progress. This allows them to acknowledge their growth, learn from past mistakes, and adjust their approach when necessary. Self-reflection helps you maintain perspective during challenging times, reminding you of how far you've come and how capable you truly are. It also allows you to identify areas of improvement and work on them in a constructive way, ensuring that you continue to build your resilience and confidence. In conclusion, building resilience is a vital component of developing lasting self-confidence. Resilience allows you to face adversity with strength, adapt to change with grace, and maintain your belief in your abilities even when things don't go as planned. It enables you to reframe setbacks, regulate your emotions, and maintain a positive outlook in the face of challenges. By developing resilience, you empower yourself to navigate life's ups and downs with confidence and optimism. Resilience strengthens your self-confidence because it reminds you that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way. The more resilient you become, the more you will trust yourself, your abilities, and your capacity for growth, no matter the obstacles you may encounter. With resilience as your foundation, you can face the future with a strong, unwavering belief in your own worth and potential, sustaining self-confidence for long-term success. Building self-confidence is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires continuous effort, self-reflection, and the development of habits that nurture and reinforce your belief in yourself over time. While many people experience moments of heightened confidence, sustaining that confidence in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs is a different challenge. To maintain lasting self-confidence, it's crucial to understand that confidence isn't something that can be built once and then left to stand alone. Instead, it requires daily attention and a commitment to personal growth, learning, and self-compassion. As you move forward on your journey, you will need to develop strategies that help you stay confident, even when external circumstances or internal doubts threaten to undermine your belief in yourself. A key element in sustaining self-confidence is consistency. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. It's easy to feel confident when everything is going well, but maintaining confidence when things get tough is what sets resilient, confident individuals apart. Building a routine that nurtures your mental and emotional well-being is essential. Whether it's a regular practice of mindfulness, journaling your thoughts and experiences, setting and achieving small goals, or engaging in physical activity, having a consistent routine helps you stay grounded and reminds you of your strengths, even in challenging times. For example, setting aside time each day to reflect on your accomplishments, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable of success. A daily practice of affirmations or gratitude can further reinforce positive thinking patterns that support sustained self-confidence. One of the most significant factors in maintaining lasting self-confidence is learning to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and you cannot control every outcome, no matter how much you plan or prepare. Often, it's the fear of the unknown or the desire for perfection that shakes our confidence. However, the ability to embrace uncertainty and trust in your own ability to adapt and learn is key to building confidence over time. When you accept that uncertainty is a natural part of life, you free yourself from the pressure of having to control everything. This mindset shift allows you to face challenges and changes with greater calm and resilience, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. This ability to navigate uncertainty with confidence is one of the greatest assets you can develop, as it enables you to stay steady even when things are not going according to plan. Self-compassion continues to play a vital role in sustaining self-confidence. As you move forward in life, you will inevitably encounter setbacks, mistakes, and moments of doubt. Without self-compassion, these experiences can erode your confidence and lead you to question your worth. However, practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness, especially during times of failure or difficulty. It means understanding that mistakes are not a reflection of your abilities, but rather a natural part of the learning process. When you treat yourself with compassion, you are more likely to bounce back from challenges without allowing self-doubt to take over. This practice helps prevent negative self-talk and discouragement, which can be major threats to long-term self-confidence. The more compassionate you are with yourself, the more you allow yourself to grow and evolve without the fear of judgment or failure holding you back. Sustaining self-confidence also requires setting new goals and embracing continuous growth. Confidence is not static. It thrives when you are moving forward, challenging yourself, and expanding your boundaries. Setting new goals gives you something to strive for, ensuring that your confidence is constantly reinforced through progress and achievement. However, it's important that these goals align with your values and passions, as this ensures they are meaningful and motivating. If you continue to grow and evolve in areas that matter to you, your confidence will naturally grow with it. Setting goals doesn't mean constantly pushing yourself to be better in the sense of perfectionism, but rather creating opportunities for personal development and self-improvement. When you make growth a lifelong commitment, confidence becomes a natural byproduct of your continued efforts. Whether your goals are related to career, relationships, hobbies, or personal development, the pursuit of meaningful achievements keeps your sense of self-worth alive and well. Celebrating your successes is another powerful strategy for sustaining confidence. Many people, once they achieve a goal or overcome a challenge, quickly move on to the next thing without pausing to acknowledge their progress. This is a missed opportunity to reinforce your self-confidence. Celebrating even the small victories along the way helps you stay connected to the effort and progress you are making. Whether it's taking a moment to reflect on your achievements, treating yourself to something special, or sharing your success with a supportive friend or mentor, taking time to celebrate your accomplishments strengthens your belief in your abilities. These celebrations not only boost your mood, but also remind you of the growth and progress you've made, reinforcing the notion that you are capable of achieving even more. This practice of celebration acts as a constant reminder that you are worthy of success and that your efforts are valuable. Another important factor in maintaining self-confidence is managing your inner critic. Everyone has an inner critic, a voice inside that tells you you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that you'll never achieve your goals. Over time, if left unchecked, this inner critic can erode your confidence and hold you back from pursuing opportunities. Learning to manage this voice is crucial to sustaining your self-assurance. Instead of silencing your inner critic completely, try to recognize when it is speaking and challenge its assumptions. Ask yourself if the thoughts it offers are based on facts or irrational fears. Replace critical thoughts with more constructive, positive affirmations that reflect your true worth and potential. Over time, you'll become more adept at recognizing the difference between self-doubt and truth, allowing you to take actions that reinforce your confidence rather than undermine it. Surrounding yourself with positive influences also plays a key role in sustaining self-confidence. The people you associate with can either uplift you or drain your energy. Surrounding yourself with individuals who support and encourage you is crucial to maintaining your confidence over the long term. Positive influences offer constructive feedback, celebrate your victories, and provide reassurance during tough times. They also help you stay focused on your strengths, reminding you of your value when you begin to doubt yourself. Whether it's a close-knit group of friends, mentors, or colleagues, having a support system that believes in you and your potential provides the emotional reinforcement you need to keep moving forward with confidence. Conversely, distancing yourself from negative influences, those who criticize, belittle, or undermine your self-esteem, helps protect your confidence and emotional well-being. Lastly, sustaining self-confidence involves accepting that it's normal to experience fluctuations in your confidence level. There will be moments when your confidence feels unshakable, and there will be times when it dips. This is a natural part of the human experience. What matters is how you respond to these fluctuations. Instead of seeing a dip in confidence as a failure or something to be feared, recognize it as a normal part of life. Even the most confident individuals face moments of doubt, but they don't let those moments define them. Instead, they acknowledge them, learn from them, and move forward with renewed determination. When you accept that your confidence may fluctuate but that it is still within your control, You allow yourself the space to grow and evolve without the fear of losing yourself. In conclusion, sustaining self-confidence is an ongoing journey that requires consistent effort, self-compassion, and a commitment to growth. By embracing uncertainty, setting meaningful goals, celebrating your successes, managing your inner critic, and surrounding yourself with positive influences, you create a solid foundation for long-term confidence. Remember, confidence is not a destination, but a process. It requires regular nurturing, reflection, and a willingness to learn from every experience. By building these habits into your daily life, you ensure that your self-confidence remains resilient, unshakable, and aligned with your true potential. With sustained self-confidence, you are equipped to navigate life's challenges with grace, pursue your dreams with determination, and continue evolving into the best version of yourself. As you embark on the journey of building and sustaining your self-confidence, remember that it is not a destination, but a lifelong process. The path may not always be smooth, and there will be moments where self-doubt creeps in. But the key is to continue moving forward, learning from your experiences, and embracing your growth. Each small step you take, each challenge you face, and each success you achieve is a testament to your inner strength and your belief in yourself. Confidence is a beautiful, ever-evolving journey that unfolds as you commit to being your truest self, unwavering, resilient, and empowered. So, as you continue to nurture your self-confidence, be kind to yourself, celebrate your wins, reflect on your progress, and remind yourself that you are enough, just as you are. The world needs your unique light, your talents, and your authentic self. Keep shining, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in your worth. You have everything within you to create the life you desire and deserve. Embrace your journey and let your self-confidence be the foundation upon which you build your dreams. Your confidence is a gift to the world, and every day is an opportunity to live it fully. Keep believing, keep evolving, and let your radiant self-confidence guide you toward the success and fulfillment you deserve. The best is yet to come.